Hi, this is Christina Hills with the Website Creation Workshop, and in this video I want to talk about the block editor. This is the new WordPress editing experience that's been out for a while, but some people might still be using the classic editor, so I want to give you an introduction and talk about it. So, for example, here is the classic editor, and it looks a lot like Microsoft Word. There is a little extended toolbar if you have a plugin to give you extra tools to use while you're editing. And this was what everyone used who was building a WordPress site for many years. But now the block editor looks like this. So it's a very different layout from what you might be used to if you've been using the classic editor. And what I want to do in this video is give you a little tour of the new block editor. So looking at this graphic here, you have this top toolbar, you have your content area in the middle, and then you have your post page settings and your block settings. So let me come over here. So this is the content, the top toolbar. So there's this top toolbar and then there's this top toolbar, and I don't know how they differentiate it. So this is probably called the admin top toolbar, and this is the page or post top toolbar. And then on the right hand side you have two areas. One is information about the page, and then the other one is information about the block. But right now I have no block selected, so I have to select a block. So these are all blocks. And right now these are paragraph blocks. So when I select a block, it shows the information for this paragraph block. So for example, if I select, let me select this paragraph, and I come over here, I can make that large or medium size, or I can bold it, or I can change the text to align center. So what's really nice about the block editor, once you get used to it, is there's a lot more that you can do with it. And so this is what I'm hoping to help make easier for you to learn by giving you this overview. Now you'll notice I'm now back on the page area, right? I need to click over to block and I need to select a block. So I can see with this paragraph block, it's bolded and the font size is medium. I could create a background color. I could give it a background color if I wanted, and then I could give the font a different color if I wanted to make that more black. And you always want to click on Save. So I'm excited about this because there's so much more you can do than what you used to be able to do with the classic editor. Now you can still use the classic editor if you want, but I'm going to recommend you start working with the block editor. Now let me show you a couple of more things. This little icon here will hide those settings. I think it's useful to keep it open, but if for some reason it's gone, you just click on this little settings icon. And this X will also close it. This icon will show you how it looks in different views. So what's nice is you can be on the page and you can see how's it going to look on a mobile phone or a tablet or a desktop. And you remember to always click Save. You can view the page by clicking this little icon, and it will open a new tab and it will show you the outside of the site. The other way you can view it is click, if you've got this top toolbar on, you can click View Page, and now I'm seeing the outside, and click Edit Page, and now I'm on the inside. But it's pretty convenient, let me close that and open it again, to just click on this upper right view page and it will show what it looks like on the outside. And again, when you click block, if nothing is selected, you have to select it. So let me try making that small, or extra large. That's really too large. And if you want to change the gradient of the color, you just click on this color. So there's just so many more things that you can do with it. If you want this border to open, when you click the plus sign, then you have to click on border. And now you can see you can put a border on it, and I can click the color and I can change it. So very quickly, there's a lot you can do with it. Oh, I always want to click on save. Now, I want to show you this other thing is when you click on these three little lines, it shows you the document overview. And when you select, it will show you which paragraph you're dealing with. And let's say I wanted this one. I can click and drag and move it down. And if I wanted to name this, I could call this pink box. So you can name these. Now, you may not want to be bothered with this, but you can name these so it makes it easy to move things around. And then this shows you the outline, how many characters, how many words, etc. So I find this list view really, really handy. And you can just X to close that out. And if you want to see it again, you can add that in. Then if you want to add something, you can click on the little plus here or the plus up here, and then you have all these different things you could add. So maybe I want to add an image, and I'll look in my media library. Oh, I don't have anything in the media library. So maybe I'll upload something from my computer, trees with sunlight. And I'll click save. And now I want to preview the outside. So I'm going to end the video here. I'll be doing more videos to teach you more about the block editor. The purpose of this video, and then I can always X this out, is to get you familiar with how things work compared to the classic editor. Even though there's so many things you can add, like I click this little plus, there's so many things in here that you can add. And I'm not going to go through all of them now, but this is really exciting about what you can do with the block editor compared to the classic editor. And with the block editor, it's very fast, and also there's a lot of plugins you probably don't need once you start using the block editor. Again, always remember to click save because it doesn't always show you that you need to hit save. And if you want to get back to your WordPress dashboard, you click view pages. Now, one more thing before I end here. If you want to use both the block editor and the classic editor, you want to make sure you have this plugin called Classic Editor. It's free. And in settings, you want to make sure you set the default. So I've now set it to the block editor and allow users to switch. So you can switch between editors. So when I go to pages, I can decide I want to edit with the classic editor or edit with the block editor. If I edit with the block editor, it's going to put it in what it calls let's open this, the classic. It's copying over what was in the classic editor. So that's a block called classic blocks. And I could click on convert to blocks, and now it turned this into 2 paragraph blocks. And if you decide you don't like it, you can just X and it will say, hey, your changes aren't going to be saved, so I'm going to leave. I can go back and edit this with the classic editor. Let me get back to the dashboard. So what I just demonstrated will apply to pages and posts. I just have the hello world in here, but what I've been teaching you about the block editor works for posts or pages. So that is it. That is my quick intro to the block editor versus the classic editor. Here's the classic editor. Here's the block editor. Once you get comfortable with the orientation of what you want to click on and look at, you'll find that you can do so much more with the block editor than the classic editor. This is Christina Hills from the Website Creation Workshop.